My name is Amir Washington. I'm the Chief Executive Officer here at Boys and Girls Club of Newark, and I have the pleasure of being a former club member here since the age of 6. So I'd like to welcome you to our home, and just really excited to have you all here today. We've been partnering with the UFC over the last 4 years. With the support of UFC, Paramount, TKO, the New Jersey Sports and Exposition Authority, more than $100,000 will be invested into the very first UFC Youth Wellness Center. Our partnership with the UFC today marks 4 consecutive years of investment in wellness programs at the Boys and Girls Club of Newark. Each year they join Howard's Blitz for Sports Entertainment, the Prudential Center, the New Jersey Devils, and the Devils Youth Foundation in meeting youth and families where they are, supporting wellness initiatives that include one-on-one psychotherapy, group counseling, family support, nutrition education, food distribution, and relationships with caring mental health professionals. Each time they come into our community, partnering with NJC, the Devils and Prudential Center to bring exciting sports entertainment into our community, they joined us in supporting children and families by investing in our 5K, our facility, and building a true partnership along the way. And it's nothing like having partners who really care about the work that they're doing in the community while they're coming here to put on a good show for people. Their investment today is at the core of our mission. Here at Boys and Girls Club, I have the honor of being joined by 2 of the best mixed martial artists in the world. And I'm a huge MMA fan, and so I know exactly who Khalil Rountree is, a light heavyweight championship contender. And today he's talked about his mental health journey and how MMA saved his life. But throughout that journey, he's learned how to cope with his challenges and really address those things and having a strong group of people around him. And that's what we put around our kids. And I have the absolute pleasure of standing next to a 4-time bantamweight champion in the UFC, Aljamain Sterling. I mean, Aljo is known by that name because of how good he is in fighting. And I think they would both agree, and I know Khalil even more after meeting him today, would tell you that mental health and your mindset and how you show up mentally is ultimately where success happens in the octagon. And he talked about, both of them actually talked about their last fight, or one of their last fights that they lost, they weren't there mentally to be in that fight. And Khalil just shared that, he called someone and said, I'll call you when I'm ready. And that's so important when you think about the investment that the UFC is making today. The UFC Wellness Center creates, the Youth Wellness Center creates a safe, comfortable environment made for children to support positive mental and behavioral health. I had the honor of participating on Governor Cheryl's task force for youth mental health and online safety. And I know she's really in support of programs like this and partnerships like this. When government, business enterprise, community organizations like Boys and Girls Club of Newark come together, there's nothing that can be done to stop us from, positively affecting young people and their families. In closing, when we talk about collective impact, that's what that is defined as. As a former club member, I'm a testament to the work that we're doing today and the work that we do every year, and the work that our partners at the Devils Youth Foundation and the UFC, Paramount Plus, and so forth have done for us today. I want to thank you all for choosing the Boys and Girls Club of Newark, and as we continue to say each day in our movement, America needs club kids, but club kids need you. Thank you very much.
So when our partners come up from the Devils for the ribbon cutting, let's just go across the end here. One of you guys can go on this side. You want to come over? Here you go. It's longer than me. It's a whole. You guys just want to step up and grab it. Just hold it. We're gonna cut it. Let me get out the way before y'all start coming. Hold on a second, guys.
All right, we're going to do a countdown.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yay! Kids, really bright colors, great art on the wall, just to make you feel comfortable, feel relaxed. And so, we've thought about, kind of the institutional frame of old buildings like this in 71, but all white and beige. We really colored it up. And parents and people sitting here just felt relaxed when they came into the space. So, with the UFC Wellness Center, just really brightening it even more so that kids feel comfortable. And that one-on-one support is just a testament, and it really changes lives, because when people come here with mental health challenges, they're really looking for a voice to be heard, somebody to listen, to care about them, to show up. And so this space allows us to do that. We have 4 licensed social workers on staff and a nutrition coordinator, and 1 clinician who heads up that one-on-one support interaction. Any questions? If not, we'll move down to our next 2 spaces down the hallway. Okay. You have it. Yeah. There we go. We're calling the new boss here at Boys and Girls Club of Newark. So I'm working hard in my office. So this is not the one. This is the teen center. I will share about this if anybody wants to know. So teen centers are kind of the lunch mat, I call them, for teenagers in the club. So we started at 5 years old, and you get into this space. They have dedicated team members here working with teenagers specifically for their interests, and then they do a lot of advocacy work and civic engagement, preparing for education, college, preparing for the workforce. And so we're actually going to be really excited about launching our first workforce readiness program around podcasting, because 50% of young people today want to be content creators. So we have a great space. You feel free to jump in, take a look. So it's really thought about for teens, and I have the kudos of putting the first one here with my group way back when. We got some of our teens in here hanging out. Oh, the air conditioning here.
One more, guys.
I'm a lot older than you guys, but back in the day, there was no weight classes and stuff.
Yeah,
it was crazy.
All the way.
Thank you, guys.
Some of my devils back here too.
Some of our teams.
Co-chief executive officers here. Me and New Jersey Devil. Man of the hour.
All right.
Perfect.
Good.
Lovely.
Good?
Yep.
Good. Thanks, guys.
So we'll go out of here, down the hall, here, right? It's a small hall. More than enough space for you.
Have you ever stopped the room together?
No, I am a nerd too.
They were discussing that.
Yeah.
I give up.
It's nice. The new is these seats over here.
Oh, okay.
And the carpet.
I haven't been.
Yeah.
Maybe it's if it is down, down the road type thing. Maybe it's up the wall.
This thing right here is here, and the one thing they might notice is that it's a nice sensory dinner. So kids, when they're having trouble during the day, can come here and kind of decompress, grab some things off of the shelves, play around a little bit, and talk to someone. We got sensory toys all around. This is mostly for our younger members in particular in terms of organized programming, but it's for everybody here who needs a little bit of help and support. And so our licensed social workers, bring kids here, sit them down, get them comfortable. They'll give them a snack every now and then and just kind of talk through whatever they're going through. Or they just come here and chill out and just relax and have 15, 20 minutes to kind of get their mind right and then head back to their group and get back to activity. So super awesome space. We got a nutrition coordinator who works out of here and does a lot of programming just about healthy habits, healthy eating. One thing that I didn't mention earlier was that we were planning to have a greenhouse on the side of the facility soon to really tie that food health to positive mindset. And so we head out here to the next room on the left. You'll see it's a little bit larger, a little bit more seating, and it's our food counseling space.
Jake and them too. I'm sure they want a picture.
That's a talent.
Feel so performative.
So this space here is, like I said, for our group settings, and we have small groups, large groups that can come in here and sit down and kind of just talk about what they're going through. So social emotional learning is just a framework that's thought about how you address each kid's mental health concerns. All of our kids do a survey, we call it DESA screening, to kind of see where they are, 8 components of their mental and behavioral health. And then our team are able to put implementation behavioral health plans together for them to kind of meet those standards. And we partner with a lot of universities, NYU, Columbia, Montclair State University, so forth, to have interns who are doing their learning work here at this site and our school-based sites to start implementing health and life skills program, but identify kids who may need additional support and then recommending them for wellness center support. Any questions?
When you say, so after they've done the, almost like a survey.
Almost like a survey.
Almost like a survey. And I forgot the word that you used, but it was behavioral. Plan.
Yes.
After, or when that behavioral plan is created, what type of things are on there? Is it like?
Yeah, it's really like, so if a kid is, having negative interactions with others, we might engage them with conflict resolution. How do you deal with your anger prior to, engaging with someone negatively?
Okay.
How do you kind of decompress, de-escalate that scenario on your own internally, and really how do you deal with your emotions and then think about how you're going to react before you react. And so they get a chance to talk to someone in a one-on-one setting. They get a chance to engage in a group setting. potentially speak to that other young person who they're having a conflict with, because one of the things that's always been at the Center Boys and Girls Club is positive conflict resolution between kids. So you guys know the rules, you know the expectation, how do you perform? Some kids who need support, that behavioral plan is in place to see what other things can we do to address why they're showing up this way. Is this a home issue? Are they hungry? You know, did they just lose a parent? Really finding out what's going on at home, what's going on in school, because some kids bring issues from school. They may be getting bullied in school, and our program might be the first time they're having a really good time. That could be the same kid going home, and there's a tough situation there. And so we bring the family in under those circumstances once the behavioral plan is needed and kind of talk through and walk through that. One of the other programs that we do is called Family Connections and Strengthening Families. So the curriculum is Family Connections, the program is Strengthening Families. And we bring youth and their parents, families together, guardians, whoever, and we talk about the developmental stage that they're on. So there's 5-year-olds being 5-year-olds, then there's 5-year-olds who have a concern that we need to address. And they learn separately about what should you be seeing with your kid at this stage, right? They're 5, 6, 7, 8. This is an outburst. This might be something different. And then they come together and talk about what they learned in that session. And we engage that through family game nights, family dinner nights, because in the modern world, like everybody's on their phone, parents are working 2 or 3 jobs. There's not a lot of connectedness. You know, I had the fortune of being a little older now and growing up around the table with my mom and us being able to sit and talk. A lot of kids don't get that. They see their parents very quickly in the morning. The parent drops them off at school. They get home when they pick them up from here at 7:30, 8 o'clock. The parent's tired, right? They don't necessarily want to deal with that. They spend time here with us, but now that kid is still looking for engagement. And so some of that is also with training our staff. You know, years ago, our staff, once we, had clinicians and social workers here, would just send kids down all evening time. And it was like really training them, like, hey, some of this is just, kids fight, kids get into conflict. We need to teach conflict resolution. We need to let you recognize what are the real signs of trauma, right? It's a kid being hurt, et cetera, et cetera.
Will the children be able to use the wellness center?
Oh, they use it all the time.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, kids come down, they can just pop down if they're having a rough time, and some of them will sneak around the corner when they're supposed to be coming down to go to the game room or to the pool.
And what is the age bracket?
5 to 18.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's one different thing about Boys and Girls Club is you can meet a kid at 5 all the way up to high school. Sometimes you might have a high school teacher or elementary teacher that was that awe-inspiring person, and then you might have a different experience in another setting. But we're able to kind of connect from top to bottom. And I grew up here since I was 6. So Ms. Banks, whose name is on the facility, she was here when I was a young kid, when I lost my mother at 16.
Wow.
Right, every step of the way, all of the accomplishments and the things that I would love for my mother to be at, she was here. And when you get older, you stop getting that $25, $50 gifts for your birthday. She was always the one who was still doing that, right? So it's like being able to have that experience, this lifelong relationship is very different than some other programs. Not that they're not valuable, but it's just one thing that's different at Boys and Girls Clubs.
And now you get to pass it on.
Now I get to pass it on. And one of the kids, funny enough, who when I ran the teen center, he's the program director here.
Wow.
So like kind of seeing that full circle moment. And Daquan Foster works with the New Jersey Devils. He was a kid I met when he was 11 years old. He grew up without his father. My father died when I was 2.5. So it's like being able to connect on that. We both love comic books, and I'm a mentor to him. I'm able to share and give him perspective when he's seeing different things in his life and his career. So just a super cool experience.
That's great.
Yeah. Want to head upstairs?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
A little bit more.
He's not allowed to talk.
I wish I had that capability.
Kind of like that punk, he's not allowed to say anything.
I know my parents wish I had that capability. I don't shut up. That's my problem.
My daughter never did either.
Hey, at least you know your strengths.
Right. I mean, it's the career.
You got this.
Say don't worry. Everyone say hello. Woo. Say don't worry. Stay in your spots, ladies. I know y'all are excited.
God.
What is that? What team is this, guys? Let's not run around.
Get back. Get back.
Welcome in, next buzz. Please sit in your mission meetup lines. Welcome in.
History that the NHL celebrated.
Welcome in, members. What's up, Isaiah?
Oh, excuse me.
Come this way.
We'll go to the game at 5, I think. So they have to go.
So some of the other, spaces, even though this isn't a mental health space itself, we were lucky enough with this partnership to get these wellness center cozy corners, as we call them, here for kids to be able to have this sensory space in the corner, kind of sit down, relax. Same concept, even when they're having a rough moment during a class session or arts and crafts, they can come out here, kick back, right? It's situated and suited for smaller members, which is who spends a lot of time in these spaces. So, this is our art room, nutrition room. We kind of make it work both ways, but the concept of the UFC Youth Wellness Center was to have these kinds of corners in every one of our spaces. So as you walk through our multi-purpose room and then down to our STEM center, you'll see these kinds of spaces implemented here. And that's a big kind of check mark for Boys and Girls of America. Each organization does a self-assessment of where they are within trauma-informed care. So making sure that you're meeting the needs of the kids, of the staff, of the community in a very particular way. So having these kinds of spaces, the sensory toys and different things that kind of kids can play with. And we were talking earlier about how Khalil's nephew has autism. My daughter has autism, so they like to fiddle a lot. They'll put their hands on their ears, and so it's really important to have things that they can kind of tinker with and play with. So these corners allow kids to do that. And we also have these things at some of our school-based sites. So we partner with a school partner called KIPP New Jersey, and we run programs in their schools right after school. So a big piece of this work is being able to support families. A lot of them are working, single family, single mothers, single fathers, grandparents taking on that responsibility. They got to work till 6, 7 o'clock. We're open until 7 o'clock. And so parents can pick their kids up that late, so they don't have to worry about rushing home. They get fed here. We provide a meal in the evening, and so they don't have to worry about that. Sometimes they want to feed them again, that's on them, but really we're trying to meet the needs of the whole child. And so these spaces really help us do that.
That's great. Yeah.
Love to show you the rest, and then we can hang out. I think we got some activities to have.
All right. Last one?
No.
Ask NJ.
NJ, you're wrestling. How you doing?
Most of them.
Really nice.
Yeah.
Hi, Boys and Girls Club. Hi. My name is Khalil Rountree. I fight in the UFC. I don't know if you guys know what that is, if your parents let you watch it, but it's very exciting and very happy to be here today with these guys from the New Jersey Devils and with this guy, multiple-time champion fighter who I'm going to pass the mic to right now. But thank you guys for having us.
Boys and Girls Club, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing? ¿Cómo están bien? My name is Aljamain Sterling, former UFC champion, here with some great people. Thank you guys for listening and just inviting us to your facility. We're excited to spend some time with you guys, hopefully get to some fun activities, and that's what it's all about, so let's have some fun.
Let's do it.
Zero. Ball goes back. Ball goes back.
Are you ready?
Another round. Another round.
And 1,
You're going down.
2,
You're going
3.
down.
Alright, that was so good. Alright, it looks like a couple people haven't gone yet. So even if you wait to go, you haven't gone. Alright, get in position. Get ready. Alright. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Go, 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 go. Woo! Keep going. Good job. Wow, good job, group 3. Nice job, 2 and 1. Alright, let's do it 2 more times. Pass it to somebody else. Do rock, paper, scissors if you need to. Make sure everyone gets a turn. Alright, here we go. This time.
Yeah.
How long did you fight?
25th, yeah.
Oh, man.
Approximately 4 or 5
Good. Get ready for a quick interview for UFC Socials. You gotta drink water.
No, I'm good.
Yeah?
It's warmed up. So my name is Aljamain Sterling. We're here at the Boys and Girls Club in Newark, New Jersey, having a great time with the tour for the facility, getting to play with the kids a little bit, playing a couple of games here and there, and just them walking us through the whole program and how they help give back to the kids and all that good stuff, especially with the UFC being involved. So I'm happy that the UFC is giving back in a very impactful way and to seeing all the resources that they've given to this program. And just to see these kids in their natural environment, see how they interact with each other has been fun, cool to see. And of course for myself, growing up, I wish I had something like this, because this would have gone a very long way for me growing up with some of the things that I dealt with as a kid. So these kids are very fortunate, they're blessed, and thank you to all these instructors who are out here giving their time and energy to these kids and to the next generation of our future.
Perfect. Thank you so much, man.
Aljamain, tell me how it compares 3 rounds of dodgeball with elementary kids as opposed to 5 rounds of the UFC.
I don't know, the kids might be tougher than the fighters. It's tough, I'm sweating, man.
Yeah, it looks like you're having fun out there, though.
I'm having a great time, man. These kids, they got a lot of energy. They keep you young, you know, so that's what it's all about, just having a good time, connecting with the kids, and trying to get them out.
Some of them know who you are, some of them may not know who you are, but they all will challenge you.
They will challenge me. That's what I love about kids. They're up for competition, and I'm here for it.
All right, we appreciate you.
Let's go.
Being here today and seeing the fun that they're able to have, meeting the adults that are here, you know, guiding these kids and looking over them. The facility is amazing. The resources are incredible. I can't say much else. It's just so good. So these kids, I mean, they don't really know how lucky and blessed they are to have people that care so much to provide, you know, this place for them. So if I were a kid and I came here once, I'd always want to come. Absolutely.